Here we go, Dave. We are locked in. Max and Dave here. But you know what? Sometimes you have to sit back and give a man credit every once in a while. A good pat on the back. You came up with a brilliant idea.
Yes, I did.
It was absolutely brilliant. No, I'm not even going to lie to you here. Go ahead. Just expand the idea. Enough introduction. Go ahead.
Okay. Me and my two buddies, after high school, before college, we were the Three Musketeers, and we all went our different ways during college. So the last week before college, we did something. Before iPhones, before MapQuest, before all this great technology that I love today, we got into a car and we're like, we're going to have a road trip. We're doing it, guys. We're just going. We ended up in Chicago, Illinois. That was like the end of it, which was crazy. We went to Indianapolis. We went to Nashville, Tennessee. It was an amazing road trip. One of the greatest weeks of my life. It's still things we talk about to this day, 22 years later. It's
That's
amazing.
Cool. It's just, pretty cool.
It's a bonding thing. Sometimes like in a movie, it's like, hey, we have this memory forever. So if you went on a road trip,
yep,
it's 2019 and you had to pick two sports athletes, players, commissioners, two people in the sports game. Soccer, football, basketball, anything. I said soccer twice out of all sports. Swimming, I don't care, right? So you had to pick two people to take you on this road trip. Who would you take? Who would you want to
Only two people, right?
Yep. Who would you want to go to Applebee's with? Who would you want to go to the club with? Who would you want to go to the movies with? We went to malls. We went to a mall in every city. Who would you want to chill with? Let's get locked in.
And they have to have played a sport. It could be a former athlete.
Yes.
Or a current athlete.
Yeah, and they have to be alive.
Yeah, have to be alive, and obviously they have to be like an owner, a president.
Yeah.
It can't be a TV personality.
Nope,
it can't be Colin Cowherd.
Nope.
It can't be Joe Rogan.
Nope, can't be Joe Rogan. And another thing, too, you have to, we're in a 2005 Honda Accord. So maybe you don't want to take Shaq with you because he would take up the whole car. You need some stuff. You need to bring your clothes.
He can fit a Buick.
You gotta look fly. And then also, I just want to really thank all of our sponsors like DugoutSportswear.com. They have a great Facebook page. Make sure you like their Facebook page, DugoutSportswear.com. Also, check out Winners Bar in Port Orange, Florida. Winners Bar will be there Saturday night for Mike Beast Boy Davis's fight. You can always get locked in with us.
I'm not even wearing a shirt. Just going ham. I'm just going in there ready to fight.
All right, guys, let's start the show.
All right.
I am the greatest. Cleveland, this is for you.
Sixth NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat.
Okay, we're here. We are locked in, Dave.
Are we cruising? We're driving?
Yeah, we're driving in the Honda, right? It's a Honda?
Yeah, this is doing 2005 Honda Accord, a normal mid-size car.
All right, I'm surprised you didn't say like a Prius or something. But
you got a CD player, you got your phone, you got a podcast to listen to. Probably
is there an aux cord or is it Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
Okay.
2015 Honda Accord.
Let me change my pick.
Oh, gosh.
All right, here we go.
Man. And this is what I think, too. Whoever we pick, I want the other person to do, let's not talk 30 minutes about it. I want your number one pro for the person you picked.
Oh man, a little off script here.
And their number one con, the thing you like the least about what they said.
Okay, hold on one second.
You writing this down?
Yep, I'm writing it down.
But why do you have a pink crayon?
Come on now.
Oh man, guys, check out Locked In Sports Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. Make sure you like the page.
You have your pro and con already?
Well, I don't know who you're picking.
Oh, it's a pro con on yours.
Yeah, the other person. It's
I'm
like a
over
little
here
rebuttal.
Jotting down my pros and cons on these guys.
Oh, no, I'm going to talk about my guy for 47 minutes.
Okay.
Hope you're listening.
Don't look. All right, so we'll go with our number two. number one?
No, you got to do them together. Like,
okay.
Go all in. If you want to go first, you can go first and go all in.
So basically, I'm going first. Is that what you're trying to say?
Sure, man. You're taller.
Okay. It was a no-brainer for me. I was like, you know what? An honorable mention was like Max Holloway. It's like, it is what it is. Like, such a chill, cool.
The blessed era.
Yeah, just a really fun guy. There was so many different, like, I think Steph Curry's really chill.
Sure.
I think it'd be cool to hang out with him. Kevin Durant and I would probably end up fighting. I'd probably say something he doesn't like, and I don't know. So it was very hard as far as, like, the honorable mentions, but it really did come down to two people. And look, if these two people don't like each other, they don't like each other. That's okay. I'm the driver, right? We've established I'm the driver. If you don't like it, you get out.
Yep.
It's not like these guys are rich and famous and they can hire anyone else, right? So they're stuck in a car with me. So my two people are my two favorite athletes. Just that simple. It's LeBron James and Conor McGregor. If I had to drive across the country, I want those two guys with me. Can we make this happen? Can we make this go viral or something where LeBron James, Conor, let's make this happen. I think we all have a lot in common here. We're both aspirational. We all have goals. You may have achieved them already. I'm on my way. Conor, you started in your parents' bedroom. Come on now. LeBron James, you defied all the odds. It'd be those two. We can chit-chat everything. Now, do you want me to expand on why, or are you
Yeah.
gonna?
Oh, yeah. Keep going all in.
Okay.
Keep going all in.
All in. LeBron.
I'm listening.
Yeah, LeBron.
I'm a listener.
LeBron James, I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. I want it to honestly be, this is a long car ride, so we get all the feelings out, and then we can have fun type of thing. You get you ever in a ride, you and I have been in a ride where we have like the emotional deep part of the conversation, and then it gets to the fun part, then it goes to the podcast. Yeah. You have to have that emotional deep part. I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with LeBron James about the whole Michael Jordan thing. What was it like leaving Cleveland? What was it like going back? Why did you choose LA? Like, I want to know. There's no leaks anymore. You're not going to get fined. This is between you and I. I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast if this happens. I lied there. I'll talk about it on the podcast.
Hell yeah, I recorded this conversation.
No, but my whole point is I want to know, like, is it really business? Am I really vouching for you to be the best player in the world if it is business? Or do you want to win a championship? Because what bothered me most this whole year was he never mentioned winning a championship. He said, we're going to do our best to contend for the championship, be the best we could be, always have that mentality. But I don't ever feel like he was defeated when he didn't win the championship. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to know, is that still your main goal? Like, I just want that heart-to-heart conversation. Do you think you're honestly better than Michael Jordan? Is that something you still want to do? Is that something you even care about? Or is that something that just everyone talks about because you two are the greatest? You said you chased the ghost in Michael Jordan. Are you still chasing it? Do you think you're done? Because he did say he thinks he's the best now after that 3-1. So just being my favorite athlete, everything he overcame, obviously learning from the dude. He's just so brilliant when it comes to business. LeBron James, hands down, just everything he's done. And then Conor McGregor. You could say what you want about him. Like recently, all the things he's been into, and I'm sure that's a legitimate, I'll let you get into that as a con. Mm-hmm. But as far as how he overcame what he did, when you look at the movie, he was in his parents' bedroom, he owed money to the Irish Bureau. I find that inspirational. He said he was going to be a champion before he was even close to being a champion. Wasn't even in the UFC. And he full-heartedly believed in himself. And I would love to talk to him about those experiences and what it was like and why did he believe in himself so much. How did he know it was going to come to fruition? Like, he literally you have someone filming you, you're going to say it. So you're pretty confident it's going to happen if you have that awareness to, hey, let's film it, let's date stamp it. And then, obviously, I want to know what it's like when you fought Jose Aldo. I want to know everything. I want to know, why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? Is fighting still your number one goal? Khabib, do you want to rematch Khabib? Do you honestly think you could be Khabib? Is it about the money? I want it all. I want it all. I won't drink the Irish whiskey. I won't drink the proper 12 while I'm driving.
Proper 12.
But those two. And I think they'd get along pretty good. I think LeBron and Conor, they both laugh, they both have fun, they both are very respectful towards other athletes. LeBron's a class act, and Conor, unless you're his opponent, he's pretty much a really nice guy towards other people. If you're his opponent, it's a different story. We're all allies in this car, but it'd be LeBron James and Conor McGregor.
Okay, those are great.
Thank you.
No arguments here. To my top 5, top 6 favorite athletes of all time.
Just
no
that
arguments.
simple. It's going to happen. We're going to get like a whole bunch of retweets or something. I'm going to try to make this go viral. LeBron, Conor McGregor, I'm speaking to you. Listen to the Locked In podcast. Let's get in the car, go across trip.
Love it. Okay. So here's my pro and my con for each.
Okay.
LeBron James, my pro, the thing that I want to know the most or why I think it's such a great one.
Yeah.
I want all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I want to be like, hey, LeBron, you talk to Anthony Davis on the daily. In Cleveland, how much do you really hate the owner, Dan Gilbert? I want to know like what you really felt when Kyrie wanted out. Like why couldn't you guys work on it? I want to know all the dirty secrets.
Okay.
14 hours in the drive to Chicago. I want it all. The negative on LeBron, the con. When you're on a road trip, you got to be selfless and you got to give and take. I think he'll be a little selfish. I think he'll be like, hey, guys, I'm a vegan. I want lettuce wraps on this. We're like, dude, it's 2:30. We're still driving. I want to just get a Chick-fil-A or a Wendy's. It's 2:30. He goes, no, we have to go to Whole Foods, and we have to wait until we get inside and wait till 6 a.m. I think he might be a little needy. I think he'll be a little needy.
He is. I mean,
He's
to
the
be
greatest
best player
athlete in the world.
You have to take care of yourself. And I would oblige.
Hey,
But it's a great point. It's a great point. I'm not denying that one.
All right.
You'd have to have the cushion that goes around your neck so your spine's like in line. I just fall asleep on the window.
I don't know. Come on, man.
That rattles when you go over every type of bump.
Yeah, it's a road trip. It's
Wake up with a
supposed to be
headache.
gritty and dirty. Hey, I haven't showered yet in 6 hours. LeBron, we're driving.
We're not showering on this trip. Don't use the bathroom.
Yeah, I just pee in a cup. Dunkin' Donuts.
The gas stations that look like, is it even a gas station? Is this bathroom actually a bathroom, or am I walking into a murder scene?
Yeah. So that's that.
Great point.
Thank you, sir. The Conor McGregor, the pro. I think we would have a lot of fun.
It's just so funny.
Yeah, it's just he will be funny. I would be funny. I just think it would be such a good time, and still like hear funny stories about him and his fights and what he does before the shows and who he wants to fight next, and just he would have fun. I would have fun. So Conor McGregor, that's the number one thing. The biggest con, I'm afraid that Conor McGregor would break my phone. I don't want that to happen.
Oh, he wouldn't break your phone, but I could see him maybe getting in ties with something.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be your phone. You're driving.
3:30 at Wendy's, and he's trying to fight someone and trying to break their phone. It's like, come on, Conor, let's just get in the car. I want the double stack. So that's my biggest con on Conor.
And can't really deny it.
Okay.
I love the guy. But he...
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
I mean, yeah, if he said that, I'd probably jump in the fight too. I probably wouldn't be able to back out of trouble. I'm with you, Conor.
Conor, I got you.
Like, who are we fighting? Why are we fighting?
22 people? What are they, the White Walkers? Come on.
I hope he could take out 21.
He probably could.
Exactly, so we win.
One of the GOATs. All right, here's mine.
All right, here we go.
And you had some honorable mentions. I'm not going to go with a list of 7, 8 of them.
Yeah.
You ready? But there's one honorable mention ride that I do want to say.
Tom Brady.
No.
Drew Brees.
You're close to time. It was Gronk. I wanted to party with Gronk. He would just be fun. We would go to the club, pick up girls. We would have fun.
You're a married man.
On this trip, am I? I'm just playing. Come on. I'm just playing. It's recorded. Crap.
It's your rules.
No. One was going to be I want LeBron and Michael Jordan.
I thought about that.
I want him in the car together.
I think it'd just get awkward.
I think it would get too awkward too, but then I would have the best conversation. Like, guys.
So that's your 2?
No. Like, here's my number one honorable mention. Like, I want to know, why do you think you're the best and he's not? And this is getting to the dirty. Like, it's nothing's more iconic than them two. I played basketball my whole life. It's my favorite sport.
It'd be like a therapy session. A
little bit. It would be fun. To hear those stories. But that's my honorable mention, so this is it. You ready?
All right.
First guy in the car, Derek Jeter.
Good one. He's a good dude.
My favorite athlete of all time.
I know your second one, by the way, but
New York Yankees, champions, all his stories, all the New York stories. Like, it's just, like Jay-Z said it, like, if you do it in New York, you do it anywhere. It's more impactful if you do it in New York, the biggest city.
I know your second.
He had a lot of girlfriends back in the day. I want to hear all the stories. I want to hear the Derek Jeter stories. I'll go back to him, but you're so interested in my second.
Because I know it. I just know you.
Really?
I think so, but keep going. You never know.
Do you want to try to guess it out loud, or you want me to say it?
Well, I mean, I don't want to ruin it for you if I do guess it right, and if I guess it wrong, then I'm just been wrong this whole time. So
no, okay.
If you want me to, I will. It's up to you.
Nope, don't guess it.
Go ahead.
My number 2, And I think it would be a great ride. I think he will mesh with Derek Jeter. That's why I thought about 18 hours of driving. I would pick Tim Tebow.
Yes, I swear.
Really?
On the Locked In book, I promise you.
Locked In Bible.
I was going to say Tim Tebow. I knew it because I knew those are your two top.
Yeah, they're my two guys from ever. And I thought about it over and over again. And that's why even the Connor LeBron, they're in the top 6 too with those two guys. But to me, Jeter and Tebow are so positive. So motivated, so fun, and they're both kind of corny funny, they're Chester funny, if that makes sense. And I just think it would be a good ride, a good pace, no negativity. We're not going to get in a fight at Wendy's. We would eat Panera Bread at 10 o'clock and go to sleep at a decent hour and then wake up. I just think it would be a successful trip, a fun trip. And then, of course, man, Gators and the Yankees, they're both champions, Heisman Trophy. I mean, I would hear some of the greatest stories ever.
Two things.
Sure.
One, I think we're onto something. I think we could probably create something where it's like a
TV show?
Yeah.
The Locked In show.
Yeah. I think we're
Locked in the car.
Yeah.
By Locked In.
Yeah, I really think this could be something where if LeBron were to see it, if Connor, if Tim Tebow, Derek Jeter, we actually can do an insight, depending on what they want to be seen and whatnot, of course. But it'd be like a side of them that we don't see. Yeah. And we've seen the car drives before, but we're not talking about just a car drive. We're talking about Chicago.
Days.
Yeah, we're talking about from Daytona Beach, Locked In studio to Chicago. That's different.
And you stay in hotel rooms together, you jump in pools together. Yeah, what we did on our trip, we went to movies, we went to all the malls. We walked the city because it was cool. We'd never been to Nashville.
That's my second point.
Nashville.
That's my second point, though.
Okay.
You probably can't do the same things you and I would do.
True.
You can't just go to the mall. LeBron usually needs security. Connor needs security. Derek Jeter probably needs security. Tim Tebow needs security.
Yeah.
You can't just get bum rushed with fans if you go to Panera. You can't just get bum rushed. Usually they have probably someone that buys it for them and they go to the car or they rent it out.
Screw those guys then.
I'm just saying that's something to think about.
All right, so what's your number one pro and con for each one of my picks?
Pro is what you said about both of them. They're both so positive and such I feel like they're really good people.
Yeah.
If they weren't even celebrities or stars, you'd want to hang out with them because of their attitude and their just the way they carry themselves.
Okay.
It's hard to come out the negative with both of them.
Wow.
Because they're both so positive. So I guess if I would have to do a negative, I think you may have to actually be critical of Tim Tebow. Would you be able to be critical of Tim Tebow?
Why would I have to be critical?
Not necessarily maybe just about his football career. What if he were to be so positive about his career and say, yeah, I think I'm one of the best quarterbacks ever?
Oh, he's not. I would tell Tim Tebow
and
to his face.
You would have no problem saying that.
Oh, yeah. No. Tim, you're the second greatest college football player of all time, but you were a decent NFL quarterback. You probably should have been a backup and then kind of started some games and maybe got onto a good team, like a good run, like a Nick Foles. But no, you're not a NFL starting quarterback. I don't think that's critical. I think that's pretty straightforward.
I agree. It's like I said, this is really nitpicking because they're so I think my people are easier to nitpick. I really like they definitely have bigger cons.
Yours are more polarizing.
Yeah, and 100%. And
even Red Sox fans like Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I think an underlying issue would be this, and it kind of applies to mine as well.
Okay,
their phones. How engaged would they actually be? Because celebrities' phones blow up all the time.
Yeah,
Derek Jeter's, Tim Tebow's, LeBron's, Connor. How engaged would they actually be in the conversation? Because if their phone blows up, would they really want to speak to you and I? Or would they want to answer Alex Rodriguez? Would they want to answer Michael Jordan and Dana White?
Well, they would have to. It would have to be some kind of middle, they could have
They're
their phone.
forced to talk to us.
Yeah. No, we're driving. If you don't talk to us, I make a U-turn, or I stop this car. That's what I do to my kids. If they don't behave, I stop the car on the highway.
Okay, I dig it.
You got to treat them like kids, Max. You got to treat them like kids.
Because I can't really say anything bad about Derek Jeter. He's not going to get in trouble. He's not going to argue with you. He's competitive, so maybe you guys get in a heated argument, but...
And that's what I thought about. I really went through so many guys. Guys, I'm a diehard Charles Barkley fan.
That would be hilarious.
Like a cool one, like, dude, you know who's a badass guy? And he's not even one of my favorites, but he's a down-to-earth guy? Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
No.
That guy's cool as shit. We would go jet ski.
I've heard some things. I've heard some things.
Really?
Yeah, I heard some things, man.
Shit.
I'm sure he's a great person.
Wow.
I just heard some things, and I don't. I'm sure. I mean, you hear things about everyone. Some people talk bad about me. I'm just saying. The whole point is. Gosh, I lost my point, man. I was gonna say I think Dana White was a good one.
Yeah, no,
you
Dana
said it,
White.
and
Yeah,
Dana, let's forget about looking for a fight. Let's go on a car ride to Chicago and talk all things UFC. Locked in show. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Conor Habib.
Yeah, they would fight the whole way. Mike Davis, thought about him. He's a boy.
We're telling you, he's the next star.
Yeah, and another thing I kind of thought about too, and it's kind of like, it sounds so Homerish, and kind of about the Dana White. But our two guys we talk to all the time, we've been to their organizations, we worked for them, Dean Toole and Mitchell Chamali. Like, their phones blow up all the time, and they have the coolest, craziest behind-the-scenes stories of what's going on. It's like, just imagine 18 hours them, 18 hours back, and how much fun you would have, the good dinners,
And that's
the
probably
good
going
times.
to happen eventually. So
Well, it happens a little bit, but like just 50 straight hours. It might be too much, but
I think you'd do it.
yeah.
We just give them the right offer, they would do it.
Yeah. Dean would be wearing Gucci all day long.
We'd go to the Gucci store 100%. He's buying me a pair of shoes.
Mitchell would want to like go to some kind of MMA class in like Nashville and work out for an hour.
I'll roll them.
He's a workout like fiend. Like, he needs it.
I'll tap out Mitchell.
You would tap him out?
No. But see, I got to have the mentality of I can beat anyone, man. It's that Kobe Bryant mentality.
Wow. You're the black mama in the
Mamba.
Mama?
Mamba. Yeah, it's a snake.
Yeah. Black mamba in the communication world.
Yeah, I'll play LeBron one-on-one. I used to piss my team off. They'd be like, come on, you're not going to beat LeBron one-on-one. I'm like, yeah, I'll beat LeBron one-on-one. That's just my mentality, man. You gotta defy the odds no matter what.
Gosh, we're hours away from the end game, Max. Hours away from the end game.
What if Captain America actually is re-signing? They could lie about contracts.
Then
I'm just throwing it out there.
I hate the humble brag thing. He's not re-signing. Like, we have
Probably not.
He's a family friend. Like, Susie knows the family. He's not re-signing.
I'm just saying this is the biggest movie of all time. They can't leak anything. Yeah, I'm just saying.
No, and you can. I say this all the time. I don't know why. He can be done with the series without dying. Like, he can just be done with it, and you kind of give Captain America 3-5 years off. There's been 4 Spider-Mans already. Who's Spider-Man? Like,
I think
you could just come back 5 years from now, and he's a new guy. That's all.
I think everyone thinks he's going to die, and that's why he's not going to die. Like, everyone expects him to be the guy to die because his contract's up. I don't think he dies. I think Robert Downey Jr. would die before him. Iron Man. I don't like saying their personal names because I feel like I'm actually talking about them personally. I'm talking about Iron Man. So
Jesus,
I think
you're hoping about Robert guys.
I think Iron Man is more likely to than Captain because I think Iron Man. What is his whole? I guess we'll get into it very quickly before we end the episode. What is the whole Iron Man thing about with him and Captain America? Like, they always talk about how selfish he can be and like, oh, all you think about is yourself. I don't know how you fit your head in your helmet. It's always been about Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man. And he did prove it in the Avengers. I think it was, I don't know if it was, not the Ultron one, but the first one when he flew in there.
Yeah, saved them. Saved them all.
I think
Saved the world.
It may be something like that again because if you remember him and Thanos was like Tony Stark and he's like, you know me? He's like, yes, I know you. Like, I think that they're the only one that had like a real personable thing from the Avengers. Like, obviously he knows Gamora, but I think it may be like ultimately he's perceived as the most selfish, but really he's the most unselfish of them all type of thing.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Or another side of me is like Captain America proves why he's Captain America, saves everyone and dies.
I think I'm going to go outside the line.
None of them
there.
die?
Yeah, none of them die. To me, I left the theater. I watched the movie. Now it was so funny on Facebook.
Yeah,
49 times. It's the
greatest movie ever, in my opinion. But
it's definitely in my top 3. Maybe Avengers 1 is still above it, but I watch it more now. For one, it's like the newer one, and Colin loves it the most. And it's on Netflix, so sometimes you just put on Netflix. You're like, hey, I'm just going to put something on. You start it, and then you watch the whole movie for 2 hours and 24 minutes. But that movie ended in a negative way. And I think Marvel needs to redemption themselves and not have a negative way. Like, you can make it sad and you can make it really meaningful, but not someone dying.
Locked in, it's like a conspiracy thing, but I've heard it from a couple people now. You're going to cry, but be happy within the first 30 minutes. Just letting you know. I think he attacks him right away.
Wow. I like happy cry. Those are good.
I'm saying, like, I think you're going to cry because you're sad, but then be happy.
Oh, no, I don't want that. I don't want to be sad.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know. I think it all
this
has...
movie's going to be a roller coaster, right?
Yeah, I think what actually happens, it's really sad in the beginning, but then you're happy because they're able to go back in time type of thing with the gem, with the stone. And so I think it ultimately will have a happy ending, but we will see deaths.
Wow. Talking about being happy in deaths, UFC Saturday night.
It's not death.
I know, but hey, you never know. Fort Lauderdale, ESPN. Mike Perry's fighting. Someone might die, Max. This might happen. Greg Hardy in the co-main event. Andre Arlovsky, American Top Team. Man, this card's stacked. Fusion XL Performance Center. I lost Max, guys. He's done. He did like the diet comment. It was too close to him. But our guy, our man, been on the podcast multiple times. We've seen his fights multiple times live. Mike Beast Boy Davis enters the UFC octagon.
Yeah, should be fun. Guys, when you listen to this episode, of course, you're downloading and subscribing to the Locked In Podcast. Give us 5 stars. Leave a comment. Tell people. Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher Radio. Definitely leave a comment. I want to know who are your 2 top people you would want to ride in a car with.
Yeah, we don't get enough comments on the people. And then rate us 5 stars. That'd be a big thing.
Yeah, seriously.
Go to the iTunes, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Give us 5 stars. Tell us we're the best good-looking people in the world. Like our sponsors, DugoutSportswear.com, Winners Bar, My Fit Meals. Check us out, guys. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, I think this is really going to happen, Dave. I think we're going to pull it off. They view this, one of the 4, and we do it.
Locked in, drive in.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
But like always, guys, stay locked in.